Hello, everyone. Welcome to those who haven't been here before. Welcome back to those who have watched before. Thanks for coming again. My name is Leah Langley, and I wanted to quickly come on here and talk over the Oscars nominations that came out a couple days ago. The 98th Academy Awards will be held mid-March, and they announced the nominations. And you would have already, if you follow me on some other places, like on Twitter and Instagram, things like that, you would have already seen some of my thoughts about the nominations, but I wanted to make sure I came on, did a YouTube kind of recap as I kind of have done the past couple years. So I won't be giving predictions really on most categories because it's too early, I feel like, to predict a lot of these things. But yeah, let's go over them and just, if I have thoughts, I'll give them. Best visual effects, we have Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World, Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. Not really surprising there for the VFX community. Best film editing, F1, Marty Supreme, One Bad After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. Costume design, Fire and Ash, Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. And quickly pausing on this, this nomination from Ruthie Carter, it's her 5th nomination, I believe, overall. It makes her now the most nominated black woman in any category at the Oscars. Ruthie Carter also, a couple years ago, she was the first black woman to win costume design for the first Black Panther. She ended up winning it again for Wakanda Forever, and that made her the first black woman to win 2 Oscars in any category. Is that not insane? In 90-something years, only one black woman has won 2 Oscars, and that's Ruthie Carter. She's an excellent costume designer, and it'd be great if she could win again for Sinners. Her work in Sinners was also awesome. But yeah, so very exciting. And you're going to be hearing Sinners a lot. If you haven't already seen what's been going on, you'll be hearing Sinners name a lot as I read the nominations. Makeup and hairstyling, we have Frankenstein, Kuko, Sinners, Smashing Machine, Ugly Stepsister. That's surprising there. Frankenstein has a really good chance there. They've been picking up some already. Best cinematography, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Bad After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Early on in the race, I guess, I was thinking like, oh, Train Dreams has this, like, yada yada. But I'm actually less sure about that now. There's a lot of other people who could potentially grab this. Train Dreams, I've talked about a couple times. It was one of my favorite films of the year, as there's most everything on this list actually was apart from Frankenstein. It's such a beautifully shot film. I remember watching it and just wanting to watch it again because I just wanted to and I also wish that I could have seen it in a movie theater. It was on Netflix, but it's just gorgeous. But Sinners, the cinematographer for Sinners, Adam Duard Arcpa, I should mention as well. Train Dreams cinematographer Adolfo Veloso. But Sinners cinematographer Adam Duard Arcpa, she's the first woman of color to be nominated in cinematography. Awesome. We had our first woman at all in cinematography a couple years ago, Rachel Morrison from Mudbound. And Rachel Morrison is actually one of the people who connected Autumn with Ryan Coogler. And yeah, and Sinners, obviously, the way they shot it, absolutely incredible work. If she were to win, that'd be awesome as well. I'd be very happy about that work. I think her work was just incredible. Production design, we have Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Bad After Another, and Sinners. Good little lineup there. Best sound, F1, Frankenstein, One Bad After Another, Sinners, and Surat. I'm still waiting to see Surat. It hasn't been released in cinemas anywhere here. Or if it has been, it's been I've missed it, and I've been looking, and I want to see the movie so bad. I've heard so much about it, and I want to see it so bad. Please let me see it. Best casting, we have a new Best Casting Award. Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Bad After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. First time for Best Casting. I'm excited that they have a casting award now. We'll see who it goes to. Everyone nominated here deserves, because there's some really great ensembles. Best Music Original Song, we have Dear Me by Diane Warren from her film. Very confused about, anyway. Golden, K-Pop Demon Hunters, I Lied to You from Sinners. Sweet Dreams of Joy by Viva Verdi, from Viva Verdi, and Train Dreams from Train Dreams. A couple of these nominees here, Golden, K-Pop Demon Hunters is pretty much gonna, I'd be very surprised if they did not win this award. I would really enjoy if I Lied to You from Sinners got it, but Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters has a really strong chance of getting it. But the other ones, Train Dreams from Train Dreams, I'm not necessarily surprised about, but the other ones, the Diane Warren one and the one from Viva Verdi, what the heck? huh? I don't know. I mean, Diane Warren, you know, she's had like so many nominations. She's never won. She's always talking about how she's never won, and she has obviously a lot of friends in the Academy and things like that. So it's not, when you think about it in that way, but it is also kind of like cool. Anyway, best music, original score. Actually, let me back up because I talked about this the other day about original song. When I forget how I thought. I think it was after the Golden Globes, and I was just like listening to some of the songs that they like had nominated. I feel like, and I'm sure I've seen a little bit like this discussion has been happening. I'm not the first one to bring this up, but I feel like original song like awards should be for a song that's like either in the movie, like played in the movie, or performed by an actor in the movie, not just a song that's at the end credits. Because for one example, this isn't like, I'm not trying to throw shade here, but at the Golden Globes, I remember the first song they played was like Miley Cyrus's song for Avatar, Fire and Ash, and I'm like, yeah, that song played at the end credits, and like, yeah, it's a nice song and stuff like that, but it's not like involved with the movie really. It's just like, oh, here's the Miley Cyrus song to help us kind of like promote. Like it doesn't really. And yeah, maybe you can say she kind of wrote it for it or like thought about it, but it's like it doesn't really weave in with the song, with the film, and it's like at the end credits when people are walking out. Like I feel like I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters, but from the clips I've seen, I know Golden is like a song that they're singing like, and it's very much part of the story. I Lied to You and Sinners is very much a part of the story. Like I feel like these things, original songs should be like something in the movie. Like properly in the movie, either played in the background if you don't have if it's not like a musical type thing, or like even if it's just a snippet of it, or somebody singing it for us. That's just me. Give me your thoughts on that. Original score, we have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Bad After Another, and Sinners. A lot of surprise that Marty Supreme's score was not nominated here. Marty Supreme's score is kind of, some people were thinking about Challengers a little bit and how like Challengers was kind of snubbed the last year, and I was very surprised about Challengers not even getting a nomination. Some people felt that way about Sinners, and about Marty Supreme, kind of like the Academy once again not kind of recognizing like kind of techno type music or whatever like that. But Ludwig Göransson here will be walking away with his third Academy Award for original score. I feel like I'd be shocked if he didn't win the Oscar for this score. He's incredible. Best animated short. I haven't seen any of these films, but we have Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, and The Three Sisters. If I can find them, I'll watch them. Best live action short, same year, I haven't seen these, but if I can find them, I'll watch them. Butcher's Stain, A Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, The Singers, Two People Exchanging Saliva. Oh, lovely. Haven't seen any of those, but if I can find them, I try to seek them out, especially after they're nominated, and just in general. Send me short films. I like a little short film now and then. Good stuff. Best documentary short, All the Empty Rooms, Armed Only with a Camera, Children No More, The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly a Strangeness. Best documentary feature film, we have The Alabama Solution, Come and See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Walks, Nobody Against Putin, The Perfect Neighbor. The only one here that I haven't seen any of them. The only one I've heard of before, like, I should say heard before, I guess, is The Perfect Neighbor. It's on Netflix. I haven't brought myself to watch that one yet because I just feel like it's just going to be a hard, difficult watch because of the subject matter. I will watch it at some point, but I just, I have to like prepare myself to watch that. And it's been out for a while. I remember like, seeing the promotion and people talking about it and whatnot, but I couldn't bring myself to watch it at the time because I just, if you don't know the subject matter of that film, look it up, but I have to bring myself to watch it. But I've heard it's outstanding, and yeah. All right, animated feature film, we have Arco, Leo, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amele, or The Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. K-pop Demon Hunters probably will run away with this award. I haven't seen any of these, but I'm assuming K-pop Demon Hunters is probably pretty much in a good slate. International feature film, there's, some stuff going on here. It Was Just an Accident, the Palme d'Or winner, from Jafar Panahi. And the thing with this, you have to remember, the international feature film, it goes to the country. It doesn't go to the director or anything like that. So there's been some discussion of like people wish that international feature went to the country and also the director. I feel like that would be nice, but that's not how it's done. The Secret Agent from Brazil, Sentimental Value, Norway, Surat from Spain, and the voice of Hin Rave, Tunisia. I haven't seen Surat, as I mentioned earlier, and I haven't seen the voice of Hin Rave. They don't have a distributor here, and I really want to see it. I've seen some, obviously a lot of discussion about it, things like that, and very happy to see it. Got into Best International Feature. But yeah, good slate. There were some other ones that had potential. Left-Handed Girl out of Taiwan, a Sean Baker produced film. That didn't make it in. That was directed by a woman, good film. Also, No Other Choice by Park Chan-wook. Like, that was one of my favorite films this year, and it got completely blanked. I'm not going to mention them anymore. They completely blanked this Academy. Park Chan-wook has never been nominated from the Academy, and I'm just like, I'm just being like, what the heck? Like, No Other Choice is one of the best films of the year, period. How did it not end up here? This category, I feel like it's going to go between It Was Just an Accident. Well, I think The Secret Agent is probably going to win this award. And partly because of that is like what's nominated in Best Picture. It was just an accident, though. I feel like they're going to try to want to figure out a way to get Jafar Panahi on stage in a way. And this, anyway, I don't see him winning for screenplay, which I'm going to talk about next year. But it's possible, but there's other things to think about. Anyways, that's our list for international feature film. I do think Secret Agent will get it. Brazil won their first one ever last year with Anda Estou Aqui, or I'm Still Here. First ever Academy Award for Brazil. I was very, very happy about that. And they have a potential to go back-to-back already. They already have made, some kind of things like the Golden Globes when Wagner Moura won. It was like the second Brazilian person to win in like a lead category or like that after Fernando Torres had just done it the year before, So obviously, good things coming for Brazil. And yeah, and I want to watch Secret Agent again. I watched it once and I liked it and things like that, but I was quite tired when I saw it as well. And I want to see it again, like more awake and more fully engaged, I should say. Anyways, talking about Jafar Panahi here, talking about original screenplay. It Was Just an Accident is nominated. Blue Moon is nominated. Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. I'm very sure that Ryan Coogler is going to be winning this award. He's nominated for 3 awards. I'll mention the other ones. You can imagine what the other ones are momentarily here. I feel like, again, thinking about like the Academy, thinking about, okay, who do we want to make sure we get on stage in a way? Like, we can't have Ryan Coogler nominated for all these things and he doesn't get an award. And I feel like original screenplay is, in general, I think it's deserving of it. He's incredible. I think Sinners from Ryan Coogler will win this category. Now, will Jafar Panahi sneak in there somewhere? Maybe, but I also don't feel like so, because in terms of, again, some of the other awards nominations, thinking about kind of like the math of it all is when I start, digging down. Best Writing Adapted Screenplay, we have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Bad After Another, and Train Dreams. Paul Thomas Anderson nominated for 3 awards as well. He will be winning, I think, 3 awards tonight, or that night in March for the Oscars. He's going to win Adapted Screenplay. I'd be very shocked if he did not. There were some other, I saw someone mention like some of the other great films and writers not mentioned, like backing up to original screenplay. I really, really wanted Sorry Baby to get a nomination. I didn't think she would get I didn't think they would get a Best Actress nomination, Ava Victor, but original screenplay, I thought Sorry Baby was excellent. It could have been in there. And Julia Roberts kind of had a little shout out to Ava Victor and Sorry Baby at the Golden Globes, but maybe that came too late. I don't know. And I also feel like A24 didn't campaign enough. They have, obviously, their hands are full. They have a lot going on, but Sorry Baby, I so wanted it in here. And so many other, I saw people talking about some of the great films from women this year, like maybe not recognized in terms of like the writing categories or the directing categories. That's not necessarily foreign. We'll talk about that shortly. But yeah, that's our writing lineup. The only woman here, though, only women, I guess, between both of these categories and 10 nominations is Hamnet, Chloe Zhao, and Maggie O'Farrell. Everyone else, not there. So, hey, there's a lot of work to go in that department as well. Let's get to our acting categories. Should we jump quickly to directing first? I'll do the acting categories. So directing, we have Chloe Zhao, only woman, Hamnet, Josh Shafty, Marty Supreme, PTA, One Bad After Another, Joachim Trier, Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler, Sinners. Happy with this list. Is what it is. Guillermo del Toro didn't get in here for Frankenstein. I think Josh Safdie surprised some people like getting in for Marty Supreme, but I think it's deserving. I'm happy with that. Chloe Zhao is only the second woman, they said, who's been nominated for Best Director twice. 98 years, and we've only had one woman nominated twice for Best Directing. Is that not crazy? And we've only had 3 women in general win, Chloe Zhao being one of them for Nomadland a couple of years ago. We've only had 3 women win Best Directing and Chloe's only the second woman to be nominated, or maybe she's the first even. Chloe's the second. The second woman to be nominated twice. Like, is that not crazy? That's just like nuts. Some of these things when you actually like look at deep them, it's like, what the F? Anyway, okay, Best Actor in a Supporting Role, we have Benicio del Toro, One Battle for Another, as well as Sean Penn from OBAA, Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein, Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value, and Delroy Lindo from Sinners. I was on a plane when the nominations were announced. I was landing like right as they were about to be announced, and I could have like looked at them as they were coming up, but they come out so slow, and I didn't want to like wait. I kind of clicked on after they were basically wrapped, and one of the first things I saw, actually the first thing I saw was the Best Supporting Actress category, but this was soon after. And I remember being so excited, like, oh, Delroy Lindo, yes! Like, Delroy Lindo, I feel like his performance in Sinners is just incredible. He's been overlooked in a lot of the nominations from up to this point, and I was so happy to see him included. Like, oh my gosh, yes. So great. I think this category is really stacked up with a great list of actors. I think the strongest possibilities here to win are going to be Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value, especially after that Golden Globes win. It's his first Oscar nomination. Same with Delroy Lindo. In their 70s, awesome. I think he has a really strong chance of winning. I think the other possibility here is Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another. A former Academy Award winner, beloved by the Academy, seemingly. I think that's what we're looking at here. But also Jacob Elordi. Don't sleep on Jacob Elordi. He's first time nominee as well. So that's great. Now, supporting actress in a supporting actress, we have Elle Fanning was the first name I saw, first name announced in the whole broadcast. Really awesome. Inga for Sentimental Value. Inga Ibiester Iliens from Sentimental Value as well. So both of them got in, like, yes. Amy Madigan, Weapons. Tiana Taylor, OBAA. And also Wunmi Musaka from Sinners. So similar to the Delroy Lindo thing, I was like, yes. Wunmi's been looked over a lot. I'm so happy she actually got in there. Like, yes, like she deserves it. It was just incredible. Very, very happy for that. And some of these things as well, similar with Sentimental Value. A lot of times when a film is being well lauded across the board, it helps bring up everything else as well. So they were able to get in there, and I'm very, very happy about that. Amy Madigan, did she win the Golden Globe or no? She didn't. Who won? Tiana Taylor won the Golden Globe, so Tiana Taylor is definitely in there. But Amy Madigan won the Critics' Choice Award. We'll see. I think Tiana Taylor has a really strong chance of getting it, but I do also feel like Amy Madigan might sneak in there. There's been a lot of discussion in terms of like Amy Madigan being there at all. I forget if there's other people were thinking about for a supporting actress. I can't even think about it at this point, but I wouldn't be upset if Amy Madigan won, but I also would be like, no, like let's go somewhere else maybe. I'd be happy if Inga won for Sentimental Value. She was incredible in that. But hey, we'll just see. I'm trying to think about if there's any supporting actors that on men or women that I'm thinking about who I would have liked to see in there. Not really. I mean, I might be completely blanking on someone, but I'm all right. So, all right, Best Actress in a Leading Role. We have Jessie Buckley, Hamnet. I might as well stop reading the list now because she's going to be winning the Oscar. She'll be winning the Oscar. Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Renate Reinsva for Sentimental Value. She was not nominated previously for Worst Person in the World, so she's finally got her nomination. Very, very happy. And Emma Stone, Begonia. And finally, we have Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. Guys, when I read this on the plane, I just was like, not even like, okay, we didn't get Chase Infinity in there, or some people even like Jennifer Lawrence for Diamond I Love, like Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. This is how you know that some of this stuff is like, it's like buddies. I'm sorry. I watched the film. I thought the film was alright, and whatever. Like I think I give it a 4 out of 5. Like I gave it a good rating. I thought it was enjoyable enough. But an Academy Award nomination for Kate Hudson. This is how you know. Sometimes they do these legacy nominations, these legacy awards. Even think about Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm still pissed about that. It's just like honestly crazy. And not even if you compare like Chase Infinity. Everyone else from OBA got recognized, but Chase Infinity and like Jennifer Lawrence was great, and whatever. Like it was given Andrea Riseborough that like random nomination that came out of the blue, like all of a sudden. Even when I saw Kate Hudson nominated for the SAG, when they announced the SAG, not called the Actor Award, so stupid, a couple weeks ago, I remember being like, oh my gosh, please. And in that, like Renate Reinsva wasn't nominated because like SAG seemed like can't read subtitles. They like never nominate a non-English language film. I remember seeing that and being like, oh my gosh, please don't piss me off come the Oscar nominations. Please don't piss me off. And they indeed did. I cannot believe that. It's so out of the blue and random. It's like one of these does not belong. Anyway, Jessie Buckley is winning. Rose Byrne was incredible. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. She won the Golden Globe. I think that's great, and it's a great performance. I was so stressed watching that movie, and that's big part to with the Rose Byrne's portrayal, and her face is on her face the whole time. But no, she's not gonna. Jessie Buckley's gonna be winning this award. So, actually, quick little trivia fact: the If Legs Like Kicked You director and writer is married to the Marty Supreme co-writer, the Bornsteins. How funny! All right, actor in leading role. I think this is a really great slate, but there's one person I wish we could have squeezed in here or just added another little placement. But I think this is a really, really great lineup. We have Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Bad After Another, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, and Wagner Moore, The Secret Agent. What a great list of actors. The one person I wish we could sneak in here, because I don't know who he would pull out, but I really wish Jesse Plemons and Begonia could have been recognized, because I think his performance going exactly toe-to-toe with Emma Stone, she's just incredible. And I feel like it would have been really great to see him recognized here. But it's not always how that works out. That was the one thing I'm like, But I thought these performances were incredible. I think Wagner Moore has a very, very strong chance of winning for Secret Agent. That would be exceptional. He won the Golden Globe. He's been, doing well. I do think as well, Timothée Chalamet has a really strong chance of finally getting the Oscar this year. I was talking with some friends about this yesterday. I feel like partly with him, again, thinking about the math of things, like, yeah, he's young. The Academy's been notorious for not awarding young actors, male actors, with an Oscar until like way down their career. Think about Leonardo DiCaprio and how long it was. He got an award after he put on a bearskin, essentially when he was like 50 plus. Like, it was years and years and years until he was able to be recognized. I do feel like for Timmy, it's possible. I do feel like one of the things too with the timing of it, like last year, he lost out for Complete Unknown to Adrian Brody in the Brewer list. Some people might be thinking like, okay, it's time for us to give Timmy his like recognition now. Like, it's the next year, like he's back. Like, let's just do it now maybe. He's won the critics. He's won the Golden Globes. We'll see what else happens. He won the SAG last year for A Complete Unknown, but fell short at the Oscars. I don't know. I think he has a really strong chance, though. I would be surprised if he doesn't win, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he does. I think he's really, really in good standing. But Wagner Moore is definitely there. And it's crazy because it feels like Leonardo DiCaprio is nowhere in the race, which is like, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. He's not really in the race, it feels like. He could be. He almost should be in a way because he was incredible in One Bad After Another. But he's kind of just there as well. Ethan Hawke, I thought, was fantastic as Lorenz Hart in Blue Moon. Exceptional. And Michael B. Jordan as well. Playing twins. Just incredible work. But yeah, so it's kind of a toss-up there, and we'll see as we get closer to the time. Best Picture, wrapping up here. We have Begonia. Emma Stone also gets a nomination for this because she's a producer, so that's cool for her. She actually made history she has 7 nominations now, 2 of those being producing for Poor Things and now Begonia. I think she's made history as the youngest person or maybe actor to have so many nominations at a certain age with the 7 now. I think it's actor, or maybe just actress, because thinking about women. And I think she passed like Meryl Streep in terms of like the number or whatever at a certain age, because Meryl has like 20 plus nominations, and they're all acting. None of them are producing. Anyways, let me focus. F1. Let me read the list first, and then we'll talk about F1. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Timothée Chalamet as well got a nomination here because he's the producer, so he got to be on the producer list. He missed the producing credit for A Complete Unknown last year, so he gets the producing credit. One Bad After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So F1. Some people have been saying F1 was going to get in here, and I kind of was just like, no. F1 was one of my favorite movies. I had it on one of my favorite movies of the year. A big part of that is because like going to see it in a movie theater was so great. I saw it twice, like 2 days apart. It was really, really great, but it's not a movie that belongs on the Best Picture list by any means. Now, is it like, it's like the Brad Pitt company, what's it called, Plan B with Dee Dee and Jeremy, and like Joseph Kosinski, Jeremy Bruckheimer, like I see like these are people who've been here before and won Oscars before, things like that. And then Plan B does produce a lot of things, and obviously again it can be buddy in the industry. It's like, what? And F1 in general, I feel like overperformed at the Oscars. I think they had like at least 5 nominations. It's like, but Best Picture was just like, are you joking me? Come on. Come on. Like, and I feel like the Oscars has never in the history of the Oscars nominated more than 2 international, like, non-English language films in Best Picture. Because some people were like, it was just an accident. This is going to be the first time, I think, since like 2020 that, or 2021, I think, was Titan. Or before then. Or 2019. Anyways, it's going to be the first time in like 6 years at least that they haven't, that the Palme d'Or winner hasn't been nominated for Best Picture. And again, I'm still upset about No Other Choice not getting anything. Like, how do you watch that film and not nominate for several Oscars? Like, it should have swept some of the Oscars. Just incredible. But yeah, you know, I feel like, okay, they want to get a really big blockbuster in there or whatnot, or like, I don't know, or like one for the dads. I don't know, but it didn't belong there. Overall, we have lots of history being made. Sinners broke the record for most Academy Award nominations with 16. The previous record was held by films like Titanic, All About Eve, and La La Land with 14. So it completely blew the record out the water. Some people were predicting like 15, things like that, but it got 16. I think it was nominated in every eligible category that it could be in, and I think that's incredible. You don't always like think about it until you actually see it, and it's just like, oh wow, like they actually did it. You know, Ryan Coogler had never been nominated for an Oscar before. Like people remember. I remember when Ryan Coogler was nominated for, not nominated for Black Panther, the first one, for Best Director. People were so upset about that. Like, how do you, like, Black Panther got an Oscar Best Picture nomination and all these other things, and you didn't, and they got so many nominations, like, down the line. Like, you know, they won production design that year, they won costume design, they won score, they won all these things, but you don't nominate the director. People were upset about that. But he finally got his nomination. He got 3. I think he's going to be winning Best Original Screenplay. And yeah. It's awesome. So, and I'll look at reading as well. It also broke the record for the most Black individuals nominated for a single film with 10. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm happy about the Oscars. Again, I gave some predictions on certain things, but there's some other things to kind of look at and look for. A couple other history things I want to mention. There's a 40-year span between Amy Madigan's first nomination for her supporting role and Twice in a Lifetime in '85 and her second Weapons, which sets the record for the longest gap between Oscar nominations for an actress. I mentioned Ruth E. Carter having the, most nominated Black woman. Yeah, that's the other person. Jane Campion, was the other person to be nominated for Best Directing twice. With 9 nominations for Best Picture, Dee Dee Gardner became the most nominated female producer, breaking a tie with Kathleen Kennedy. Well, Stellan Skarsgård became the first actor nominated for Best Actor in Supporting Role for a non-English language international film. Amazing. Jacob Elordi, who was born in '97, is the first male actor of Gen Z to be nominated in any acting category. Same with Elle Fanning, the first, born in '98, first actress in Gen Z to be nominated for Actress in Supporting Role. What else? Oh yeah, okay. Emma Stone she's the most for a woman, but at 37, she became the second youngest person in Oscar history to reach 7 career nominations, and she's behind Walt Disney. Maybe that's right. Timothée Chalamet I kind of say Timothée every now and then because it's supposed to be pronounced that way. Whatever. At age 30, he became the youngest actor to earn 3 acting nominations since Marlon Brando. He should have got his 3rd acting nomination like last year because he should have been nominated for Beautiful Boy in 2019. I saw some people say like Timothy's producing nomination for Marty Supreme is payback for not getting nominated for Beautiful Boy. Because what the heck was that when they didn't nominate him for Beautiful Boy? I'm still like, how do you do that and not nominate him? Anyway, so yeah, that's the list. That's what we have. I will come back at some point with predictions. Let me give a final kind of tally. Sinners, again, broke the record with 16. One After Another broke the record with 13. Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, and Sentimental Value all got 9. Hamnet got 8. Begonia, F1, Secret Agent, and Train Dreams all got 4. Avatar, Fire and Ash, Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Came Up, Demon Hunters, and Surat all got 2. By the way, pausing on Avatar, Fire and Ash, they were nominated in Best Costume Design, and a lot of people were like, huh? How do you... It's VFX. What are you talking about costume design? Like, are they nominating for Edie Falco's, like, like the suit she was standing in. Like, what are they, like, I just am confused with what was going on there. That's what we have. Also, I think I want to note on, I saw a couple people who are just like haters talking about Sinners breaking the record, which how amazing is it? Because again, I'll talk about Sinners a little bit more. Maybe I'll do another video this way I can talk about it longer. The fact that, I mean, Sinners will forever be in the history. I mean, someone else could pass 16, of course, but Sinners will forever be in the history of like the most nominated film at the Oscars, which means it will, you know, I think its history is already permanently stamped, but this even just more so solidifies it. I hope though that the nominations match. Sinners, I want them to at least win four Oscars. That's low. That's only 25% of what they're nominated for, but I want them to I need them to at least walk away with four, because I don't want them to be nominated for all these things and then them to not be actually like given them in a way. It almost would be like, because think about Titanic won almost all their Oscars. La La Land, you know, missed out on Best Picture, but they won like almost all. I think almost all their Oscars. All About Eve was the one that I saw that won the least. It won 6 of the 14, but still, it's like, you know, respectable. Like say, like I want them, like, don't give me all these nominations, but like don't actually award them. Like, don't make me upset. Okay, please don't make me upset. Please do right by Sinners. But yeah, I was gonna say too with Sinners and backing up. I meant to say this. I saw some people again kind of being haters, because in general Sinners like kind of doubted from the beginning. Came out in April, like not your typical like time to release a movie, like if you want to be at the Oscars, things like that. Like Variety, people talk about Variety a bunch, talking about like the potential box office, you know, potential and end up blowing it out of the water, all these kind of things. Some people are like, well, Sinners got 16 nominations because like, and broke it by 16, or like had 16 nominations because they threw in a best casting award all of a sudden. This is a brand new award. But then I even like, just like knowing, I was like, yeah, best casting is a new award, so if that wasn't there, yeah, it still would have broken it with 15 nominations. But like, lest we forget, best sound was 2 categories up until like 5 years ago. It was like best sound mixing and like best sound design or something. Like, it was 2 separate awards. Best sound has now been shrunk to 1 award. So if you want to go by that logic, okay, if we want to take away best casting, okay, then they're gonna take away the sound. Then it still will be by 2. Like, it's like simple math and simple just like history, like even just like that. I was like, and there might be another words that have been kind of changed, but I knew just right away. I was like, best sound, because that happened like recently. That happened like 5 years ago. The best sound used to be 2 awards, and now it's only 1. So anyway, people just want to hate on Sinners. Do what you're gonna do. But very happy for Sinners and everyone on this. A lot of people on this list, honestly. Good stuff. I don't think I mentioned who I think is gonna win on One Bad After was gonna win Best Picture. Going crazy. I do think One Bad After Another is going to win Best Picture, though. I think I'd be shocked if anyone else didn't win. I do think Hamnet's surging a little bit. Sinners, I don't completely count out, but I do think OBA is looking very likely that they're going to be winning. And again, I think PTA will be walking away with 3 Oscars. He also, I think at this time, is tied with like some other people in terms of having the most Oscar nominations and no wins, with 14, including the wins he got, this past week. But he'll be off that list soon, because I think he's going to be winning 3 Oscars on March 15th for writing, directing, and picture, which is also, it's more common that we're having directors write and be recognized for both writing and directing in that kind of way. Like, this is another year where we have, I think this is like the second or third year that we've had all the directing nominees be the writers of the films as well, and be nominated for writing their films as well. So that's great. All right, enough for me. Just my thoughts about the Oscar nominations. Again, Oscars are March 15th. Follow me here and my other socials. I'll have them linked below, so you could see what I'm talking about and thinking about in terms of these films and stuff, these other award ceremonies we have. And I'll be back with my predictions. At the latest, I'll do a week before, but we'll just kind of see as we creep up. We still have some other nominations come out from some other things and some other award shows to go through, and I want to see what it's looking like in a way, so I have better ideas, and also maybe I get some more time to watch some of these short films, documentaries, things like that. But yeah, everyone have a good one. I'll see you in my next one.